This video is a little bit different than what I typically do. It's kind of a guide slash walkthrough hybrid, but the main point of it is to be able to give you information to start off Mortal Shell pretty powerful within the first couple of hours. So if you're following this guide to a T, here are the main benefits that you're going to get. Now if you look at the comment sections below, I've pinned a comment with links to videos for each specific part of this video, and what I mean by that is if you're looking for a video on where all the acid locations are in the game, there's a guide for that. If you're looking for where all the shell locations are, there's a guide for that, and so on and so forth. So with all that said, we're just gonna hop right into it here. We're gonna start off here by taking out Hadron here in the tutorial section. This is gonna give us a glimpse of Reverie, which is going to be used to get 5 glimpses for one of our shells. Moving on here from the very beginning, if you drop down from this ledge and hit this part of the wall, you're going to reveal an etching. And what's nice about revealing etchings is that they give a glimpse of wisdom, which will give you 2 glimpses. From here, we're just going to go on and follow this path to pick up Haros. And you can go ahead and continue along the path that I'm going, and feel free to pick up any goodies that you'd like. We're going to head over to the Fallgrim Tower, but before we do so, we're going to go ahead and strike this area to find another etching. From here on, we can go ahead and walk through to the Fallgrim Tower, and this is the main hub area in the game. From here, you can go ahead and speak to Sister Janessa, which will heal you. And just behind over here, you'll see a catacomb area that will give you visions of where the other shells can be found. If you head upstairs over here, you kind of have the same thing going on with the weapons. If you check out these visions, you'll see the locations to where you're able to get the weapons as well. You also got a little workbench to upgrade your weapons here. And from here, we're going to go along this corridor and speak to the old prisoner and pick up the tattered garment at the same time. You want to release this old prisoner so that we can get the parry ability. From here, we're going to head up all the way to the top here, speak with this guy. His name is Vlas, and he's the merchant. He'll sell some pretty good items like the roasted rat, which can be used to heal, and most notably, he sells you 2 acids when you have enough tar, and these acids are used to upgrade your weapon strength. From here, we're going to do a little bit more etching collecting. We're just going to drop off of this tower. We're going to take out some of these enemies here and strike the base of the tower for another etching. After that, go ahead up here and take out this camp of enemies. After you clear it out, you can pick up a chest as well as another etching. Just along this path, really close to the camp, there's a tunnel that you can use, and this is going to lead you back to Janessa. In this little walkway, there's another etching that you can grab. But try to keep these tunnels in mind because they'll act as shortcuts to get you around Fallgrim easier. From Janessa, we're going to head out of Fallgrim Tower into this little pond area, and watch out for these traps here. We're going to head into this cave where we're going to find a boss named Grisha. Now don't fight the boss, instead just kite him around a little bit so that you can open the chest right here. After you've opened the chest, just head in the path that you'll see that I'm going through into a tunnel, and that's going to lead to your second shell, Solomon. There's an etching right behind the fire that we're going to get to. Now double back all the way to Janessa and ignore the Grisha for now. Use the workbench here at Fallgrim Tower to upgrade your sword with the mechanical spike. We're going to get a weapon ability by upgrading, which is a really powerful attack when used. It'll have a ton of invincibility, and it gets you out of a lot of sticky situations with dealing a ton of damage too. From here, we're going to head out through this tunnel, head down the hill to the etching that we got earlier, and you want to continue down this corridor. We're going to find another etching, but more importantly, you want to continue on down here to this enemy camp. You don't need to take out these enemies, but you can if you'd like. Makes it a little bit easier. I like to just grab the chest and run for it. The chest is going to give us an acid, which is going to help us a lot coming up. It helps upgrade our weapons, like I was saying. Head down to this tunnel right near the enemy camp. and run around the right-hand side. If you're following the path that I'm going here, you'll see these logs that you can break to reveal a tunnel, and that's going to lead us to another mini-boss that we can take out. Take him out with your weapon ability, just hit him a couple times, use your weapon ability, rinse and repeat, keep doing that. After you're done, you can grab the new shell, TL. After you leave this tunnel, strike this spot to get another etching. And from here, we're going to head all the way back to Janessa, where you can heal up. We're going to go back to the Grisha cave and continue ignoring it. And the reason why this is because we don't have all the shells yet, and by killing it, we're going to get 6 glimpses. So first, instead, just ignore him for now and go down the right-hand tunnel. You're going to want to take this camp of enemies out because here's a chest that you can get, and it's a little bit hidden, but it's very important to get. In it, you're going to get a Nascent Tar. Now, continue along the path that I'm going right now, and you're going to want to take out enemies to where you've got around 300 to 400 tar. If you already have 400 tar, then great. You should have enough to be able to buy the item that I'm going to show you guys here in a bit. Just continue down this path down to the final shell, Eredim. And once you've got him, head to the stairs, strike this spot for an etching. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up an extremely good upgrade. I think it's the best in the game, in my opinion. You'll find the corrupted sister over here, and we're going to buy the forbidden offering from her. So use the Nascent Tar, which is going to give you 2,500 tar, and this should put you around 3,000. And if not, go ahead and use your other items here that will give you tar. After that's done, we're going to head into the Obsidian Palace. Don't try to fight this enemy, it's really easy to fall down the pit, so just ignore him, because if you fall down, you're going to be teleported all the way back to the Fallgrim Tower and then have to run all the way back here. Now we're here at the Eternal Narthex, so you're going to speak with Janessa and head over to this right wall and hit the wall for our final etching. We talked to Janessa just so that it's our new spawn point if you die. After that's done, you can go over to the anvil, which is essentially the workbench at Fallgrim Tower. Upgrade your forbidden offering, and what that's going to do is make your resolve gauge build way faster. From here you have two options. You can use the acid that you got earlier to upgrade your sword, or you can hold on to it now and upgrade a different weapon later. It's up to you. Just keep in mind that you can only upgrade a weapon up to 5 times, and we'll be getting 3 more acids in this guide. When you're ready, go ahead and use the book to fight Hallowed once again. He won't be too difficult. Eredim has a ton of HP, so you'll be able to take a ton of its hits. Just keep your offense up, harden when you're supposed to be, and use your attack weapon wisely. You should take him out pretty quick. Once you've got the hammer, we're going to go into the dungeon a slight bit in order to grab an upgrade for it and another acid. So, walk on through this little corridor here and just ignore the big hammer guy. Use the teleporter on your left, and once you've teleported, you're going to walk down this stair set. You're going to find this podium here. And from here, you're going to head dead left. Keep on going here, and this little circular platform is where you're going to find the perfumed censer. Go ahead and pick that up, and just down from here, run along over here to grab an acid from the chest. And once you've looted the place, head back to the entrance. You can use the anvil to upgrade your hammer and sickle right here and now if you want to. The weapon ability is pretty good since it has really good damage and a ton of invincibility frames. It also only uses 1 resolve gauge, so that's really good too. After everything is taken care of, head out all the way back to Fallgrim Tower. You'll see that we can change our weapons here, and you can change your shells in the catacomb as well. Now you can go ahead and take out Grisha if you'd like, but keep in mind that if you do, you'll receive 6 glimpses for taking him out, so choose what shell you want to earn these glimpses with. I used Heros just because I feel he's the most well-rounded shell, but feel free to choose whoever you'd like. By now you've gotten a few glimpses, so feel free to go ahead and talk to Sister Janessa to buy a few abilities if you'd like. After taking out Grisha, we're going to go ahead through this tunnel, and through this path, we're going to go ahead through here, just avoiding the enemies. You can take them out if you'd like, but we're going to reach this here, and we're going to go up the stairs, and we're finally to the temple grounds. And this is the same as the last dungeon. We're going to check out the book, and fight Hattern again with a smoldering mace. He's really slow here, and you just want to keep up the offense, use your weapon ability just like last time. Make sure that you harden when you think that you're going to get hit, and you should be taking him out pretty quickly, especially if you've already upgraded the Hallowed sword at least once. Now that you've got the smoldering mace, you can follow along the path that I'm showing here to pick up the Foundry Stone and 1 acid as well. There's some goodies along the way, feel free to pick them up if you'd like. Just like before, you can go ahead and use the anvil to upgrade the smoldering mace. This weapon ability is probably my least favorite of all the abilities. It sets your mace on fire so that when you strike an enemy, it'll set them on fire, giving a damage over time effect to it. Now that that's taken care of, we're going to go ahead and leave the temple grounds, and you can go back to the Fallgrim Tower if you'd like to speak with Janessa. That will reset your spawn point. But I'm just going to go ahead and go to the next dungeon because it's pretty close by, so just head there when you'd like. This is the pathway that I choose. Here at the abandoned chamber, you'll get access to the Martyr's Blade. And it's more of the same stuff here. You should be getting used to these battles by now. Before heading into this area, if you haven't yet popped 2 tar spores in one go, this is going to be the point where you want to do that, because that's going to give you some poison immunity, which some of the enemies will have poison strike here. If you follow along the path I've gone here, you can pick up the petrified winter glass and another acid pretty quickly. And that's it! You did it! You can head back to Fallgrim Tower, and by now you've got all shells, all weapons, an upgrade on each of them, 3 acids on hand, or 4 if you didn't upgrade the Hallowed sword like I did. You've got the Forbidden Offering, and with all those etchings that we found, you should have at least 9 glimpses of wisdom, which translate out to 18 glimpses in total. Couple that with the glimpse of reverie, a glimpse of affection near TL's shell, and taking out Grisha, should leave you around 30 or so glimpses. And in my opinion, this is a really buff way to start out the game. Had a lot of fun making this guide walkthrough hybrid. I like the format, so I hope that I can do it again with another game sometime. If it helped you guys at all, a like or a comment is always appreciated. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're looking for other Mortal Shell guides, I'll have them pinned in the comment section below. Hope this helped you guys out.